As I get closer to his home, I get a little nervous because his home was deep into the woods. Deep is in caps lock, but I push away my nervousness and keep going. I pulled up to a very raggedy duplex, like damn near dilapidated home, and I see him come out all smiles and super happy to see me. Almost immediately, I completely forgot about the way his house looked, and he gets into my car, and he starts to direct me to the restaurant. We get to the restaurant, we order our drinks and food, and we're talking, and I just compliment him on his smile, because I absolutely love a man with a beautiful smile. It's my kryptonite. And suddenly his smile went from being genuinely wide-toothed to almost nervous. And he said, "Did I tell you?" I said, "Tell me what?" I met this guy on a dating site. I was immediately attracted to his dark skin and pearly white smile. We hit it off, light texting through the dating app, then after a few weeks, I gave him my direct number, and we planned to meet up later that week. He lived about 30 minutes away from me, and the plan was to meet at his house, and we go to the Mexican restaurant, eat, and converse a little bit. As I get closer to his home, I get a little nervous because his home was deep into the woods.
This is already sounding like a recipe for disaster. Dude, why is he living in the woods in the first place? This is how you get kidnapped.
Deep is in caps lock. Deep into the woods? Let's keep breathing. But I push away my nervousness and keep going. I pulled up to a very raggedy duplex, like damn near dilapidated home, and I see him come out all smiles and super happy to see me. Almost immediately, I completely forgot about the way his house looked, and he gets into my car, and he starts to direct me to the restaurant. We get to the restaurant, we order our drinks and food, and we're talking, and I just compliment him on his smile, because I absolutely love a man with a beautiful smile. It's my kryptonite. And suddenly his smile went from being genuinely wide-toothed to almost nervous. And he said, "Did I tell you?" I said, "Tell me what?" He said, "These are dentures."
Bro, why did he have to ruin it? He could have just kept his mouth shut and accepted the compliment. Damn. Boy's gonna go on to expose his secrets.
Dentures. Let's keep reading. Now, of course, I'm taking back because this man was only knocking on the door 40 years old, and I was only 27 at the time. But I held my composure and gently asked him why he had dentures. This man proceeds to tell me that he used to smoke crack. Okay. This man proceeds to tell me that he used to smoke crack, and the habit left him toothless.
My goodness. This, sometimes, guys, there's a thing as saying too much, all right? This is personal business he shouldn't have been revealing. This is like first day. You're already scaring the woman away, man. Poor ass girl, she drove to the woods to see you. No wonder you live in the woods. Damn. Boy's going over, he's going overboard exposing what he used to do. I mean, kudos to you for keeping it a buck, but still, you're just revealing you're a drug addict.
Now, I consider myself to be pretty open-minded. I can't even finish this. All right, let's go. Now, I consider myself to be... No. I got it. Now, I consider myself to be pretty open-minded, but that was definitely strike 3 right off the bat. We continue to talk, and he becomes an open book. He tells me how he conceived his daughter from a one-night stand, how he was still married to his former boss. Hold on. Still married to his former boss, but they had been separated for a while, and that she does drugs also. Okay. Yo, let's keep breathing. They have been separated for a while, and that she does drugs also, and that he gets paid under the table for the company he works for. At this point, it's no longer date in my head. I'm just being nosy because his life is all over the place. So I ask him, "Why do you get paid under the table?" He says, "Actually, that reminds me, I need to go home and study. I've been having some trouble passing this test, and it's taken me 4 times already." So I'm like, "Oh, are you in college?" He says, "Kinda. Trying to get my GED. Check, please." Suddenly, the condition of his home made sense. I was on a date with a reformed crackhead. Please don't get me wrong. I know life can knock you down pretty hard sometimes, and he was doing the best he could, but really? So, wow. So you fell for a crackhead with dentures in his 40s going for his GED. Still married to someone who also does drugs, his wife. Yo, dating for y'all, man?
Yeah, yo, this is a wild ass story, man. Like, kudos to my dude. At least he's getting his life on track. All right, I get it. Everybody falls down, and we gotta get up sometime, one way or another. But for a first date, this is a little bit too much, and definitely you're already giving her the ick, already scaring her away. I guarantee you, there's not gonna be a second date after this. Dude's too open, man. Damn. I mean, I get it. Like, be upfront, be open, like a book, but you're gonna have a hard time dating my guy. Like, wow. I guess maybe you're filtering out, right? You want a girl who's gonna accept you for you right off the bat rather than dealing with the BS later. Do you, king? But still, man, oh man, Dude has no filter. He be like an informant, bro. He be like telling on himself, exposing everything he done. Damn. I wonder what else he has in his life. I wonder what else he has in his closet, bro. Like, I feel like these kind of people are just interesting to hang around with because their life is just filled with a lot of adventure, if you know what I mean. You know, their lives is entertaining somewhat one way or another, but when it comes to dating them, yeah, good luck with that. I don't think it's gonna end too well, but I mean, everybody can change, right? So I don't know, guys. Leave your comments regarding this story. I think it's pretty wild.
You're single, but I mean, you do BG content. So who are you doing the BG content with? Not your boyfriend? Like, it's not your, it's like just a guy.
My roommate.
Your roommate, okay. And then let's see, what else? And I think it's either on your Twitter or your OF, just trying to pay for uni.
Yes.
Okay. Which is the engineering, you're pursuing engineering, yeah. Okay.
You gotta do what you gotta do to get where you wanna be, right? At least, I mean, she's paying for her schooling. What she's doing is not necessarily, you know, ethical in any way or what you would call modest, but she gotta pay for that education. In this market nowadays, education's hella expensive. But my thing is this: she's doing this whole OnlyFans stuff to pay for her schooling, and she's pursuing engineering. It's like, do you realize that when you're done, once you have your degree and you're applying for a job, your employer is gonna find all your content online when they do that background check, right? When they research your ad, like, especially now with AI, you can't even hide the fact that people are changing their names and they're doing all these crazy ass extra stuff online. Man, it's gonna bite you in the ass. And because they got like facial recognition, like, employer can just run up your pictures online, man, and find everything they need about you. So I mean, I don't know if she ever considered that, but I get it. She want to pay off her schooling, she want to get that degree, but at the end it's like, what is it worth? You did all of that to pay for that degree, but now you can't get a job because you've been doing crazy stuff and the employer's seen it, and now they don't want to hire your ass. So what was the whole point of that? It kind of seems counterintuitive for me. I mean, did she ever think that far or what? Or is she just concerned about just getting that degree and then boom, moving full time onto that OnlyFans type business, you know? That's the one thing that's on my mind. It's like, how are you expecting to get a job now with all these contents you're putting online? This as actual content, you know? I don't know if you're gonna get hired, and that's a sad part. I don't think a lot of women realize this. Maybe her whole goal is to just get that degree and frame it in the wall and just, that's it, be done with school and not even pursue engineering as a job. She's probably gonna go full time with these OnlyFans type stuff. And guys, my thing I've noticed is that the women that are joining these type of platforms, they end up making a lot of money, no questions about it. So in the end, even if they get that career job they work so hard to get into, they're not gonna stay for long. They're gonna see how hard work they have to put in and how little of the money they're getting, as opposed to the platforms like OnlyFans where they're making like millions and stuff by just showing their coochie on there and all crazy stuff. But they're gonna quit them jobs, you know. It's not long term. They're gonna work there for like a month or something. They'll be like, this is not for me. I'm going full time OnlyFans. I can fly all over the world, take them vacations and put little work and show nudity pictures, and boom, 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 dudes are gonna pay for that, right? So I'm telling you, that market is crazy. Them women are profiting.
I lied to my boyfriend, and now everything I do or say is a lie in his perspective.
What did you lie about?
I actually accepted dude's number and he tried to kiss me. Like, I didn't kiss him, but I didn't say no to giving him my contact information. I liked the attention.
Okay. Sounds like you didn't consider anyone else's feelings in that moment other than the attention that you were feeling.
Yeah, it was selfish, all in all. And that guy actually messaged me and asked me if I wanted to hang out with them. And I went and hung out with them. And I ended up getting really drunk. Called my boyfriend for a ride home at like 1 in the morning. And he didn't answer, understandably. And then I called dude and he gave me a ride home. And we hung out in the backyard for like 3 hours. When I came inside, my boyfriend woke up and confronted me. And I lied. And I said that dude gave me a ride home. And then I sat outside by myself.
Trust is trust, and lies are lies. And in his mind, you cheated. Right now, he's feeling not enough. literally. If you needed attention from some other guy, what have you done in the past 3 weeks to try to build back up not only the trust, but his sense of value to you? You know, have you had basically a come to Jesus conversation with him saying, listen, I know I f***ed up. I know we have a lot of work to do. I know I have work to do. I want to be with you. I want to make this work. I feel a lot of regret and remorse. I feel scared that I ruined this relationship, but like I want to be with you and I want to do whatever I can to make us stronger. And I'm hoping you're willing to do that with me. And are you down? Have you said that to him?
Like, here's the thing. Cheating is one thing and lying is another thing, all right? I'm not saying cheating is all right by any means, but I'm saying, like, if you cheated and it was unintentionally and maybe it was just a moment of weakness where, you know, you did this kind of thing, we're not going to excuse it. That's a terrible behavior and very selfish on your part. But if you really love the man, you got to be honest with him. That's the least you can do. You owe him that. And then you beg for his forgiveness and then you see if he's going to accept you and take you back. But once you cheat and then you try to lie your way out of it like a weasel, and then later on, once he catches you, you're trying to like apologize and all and ask for forgiveness and all, yo, he ain't looking you any other way. At least the initial point, you cheating and all, he might excuse it based on, you know, your whole apology and how you're coming on about it. But the fact that you're also lying about that, yeah, that's a little too deep. It shows you're trying to cover it up. And I don't know, any man who's sensible enough, they won't take you back. Matter of fact, you'll be lucky enough if he takes you back after that cheating. You know, because cheating is not fun. It's not good, man, especially when you're locked down. Nah. Shouldn't be doing that. But the least you owe him is the honest truth, right? And then you ask for forgiveness, and then you see if, you know, he will take you back and both of you will move away from this. But once you start lying and covering your tracks and all that, and then it becomes too much at that point. Yeah. So at that point, I think you dig yourself a hole way deeper, right? Maybe at the beginning, you know, you dig yourself a couple inches, you were still able to maybe get out of it. If you had only stayed honest with him and apologized for it, maybe there was a chance you could have gotten out of it. But the moment you begin lying and trying to cover your tracks and all that, now you're too deep. There's no way getting out of that hole. Now, unless my man here is down bad, unless he's just, you know, foolish ass man, then he might take you back. But I don't really recommend he should, right? Just to each their own, right? But that's my 2 cents. Anyways, guys, that's a video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys thought about that first story about the whole crackhead situation. Like, what would you guys do if you guys went out on a date and the person you're seeing was a reformed crackhead? Would you give them a chance, or would you bounce out of there? You guys let me know down in the comments, and I'm gonna catch you guys on the next video. All right, peace.